Yo, what's up, guys? This is the Keeping It Raw podcast, back at you with another video on today. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, click the bell so that you'll be notified whenever we put up an upload. And without further ado, let's get right into the installment. We got to talk about the Colorado Buffs. Now, I know Coach Prime came out with a presser a couple days ago saying that he doesn't want to go anywhere, but man, I don't even know, man. As bad as this offensive line is, man, I ain't gonna even lie, bro. I would take this job at Texas A&M in a heartbeat, bro. Now, I know that Coach Prime is not just going to get up and leave and go anywhere, because I'm not saying that the grass is greener with the Texas A&M, but I think it'll be the offensive line would probably be a little bit better than what this offensive line is. I know that Texas A&M would love to have Coach Prime probably as their coach. They know what he's capable of doing. And the swagger that he played with, everybody wants to beat him, man. You know what I mean? And he's not out there playing physically. He can't even do that anymore. But people just want to beat you because of who you are. You know, at the beginning of the season, they started out, 3-0? And they just started losing games, man. And it has not been good, man. And if they don't correct this offensive line next year, man, I don't know what to say, man. Should Shedeur go into the draft this year? You know what I mean? Because I don't know, man. Like, if they can't get somebody to block for this kid, man, it's gonna be a nightmare next year. This offensive line is horrific, horrible, terrible. I've never seen an offensive line play as bad as the Colorado Buffs are playing. I don't know if the guys are just they've given up on Coach Prime or what. I mean, but I know that Coach Prime does all the speeches and stuff like that and tries to motivate these guys the best way he can as a coach. And I love the speeches and I love everything that he's doing, man. But at the same time, man, these kids are not buying in, man. These offensive linemen are not buying in. As big as Savion Washington is, man, this dude can't block anybody. He was getting blown up all night. I'm like, man, this dude is getting pushed back, man. This dude is huge. And he's getting pushed back like crazy. You can't have this type of offensive line coming into 2024, or it's going to be a bad season, man, for the Buffs. Coming in next season, you have to get rid of these guys. It's come to a point where it's embarrassing to watch this stuff on national TV, man. A lot of people are rooting for the Buffs to win. A lot of people want to see Coach Prime win football games. But, man, there's a lot of people that don't want to see him win, too. A lot of people are saying, I told you so. These guys are not as good as you guys thought. And maybe that may be the case or whatever it may be. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I've never seen an offensive line play this bad. And I've seen terrible offensive lines in my life, but not as bad as Colorado has been playing football. So at the end of the day, man, he has to be able to go out. I don't care if you get these guys from JUCO. I don't care if you get these guys from the corner store. I don't care if you get these guys from Walmart. I don't care if you get these guys from the Goodwill or wherever you got to find some linemen at, man. You got to go out and find somebody that's going to block for Shedeur Sanders. It is crazy that Shedeur Sanders has passed over 10,000 yards in his career, having the best season as a passing quarterback for the Colorado Buffs, but is getting, I don't even know how many times this guy had, last time I counted and kept up with this thing, it was like 42 sacks. And I'm sure it's past that now. It could be close to 60. Shedeur Sanders is getting crushed out there, man. You can't. I mean, I can see the frustration in Coach Prime, man. Even though he's not showing it emotionally, I can see, in his eyes, man, that he doesn't like what's going on out there, man. His boy is getting killed, man. And Shedeur was balling, man. Shedeur was having a great start to the season, man. And now this offensive line has pretty much given up on them, man. And the defense, they can't stop anything. The defense is just as bad as the offense. The team is not good. The team is terrible, man. I don't care how many speeches you give to these guys. The team is just not there, man. These guys they ain't really grabbing holds of the reins. At this point right now, man, I don't even care, man. You just gotta put the bench in. It doesn't even matter. Let these kids that wouldn't get an opportunity to play, give these guys a chance to play, man, because the guys that's out there starting is not looking good, man. They can't stop anybody on defense. They can't cover anyone. Everybody is getting exposed. And you see when you don't have a good front seven, or you don't have the linemen up front to be able to put the pressure on the quarterback or smell the breath of the quarterback, you're not going to be able to do anything. You're going to get picked apart. And that's what these guys are doing. All the fumbles that they had tonight. Now, some of this stuff, okay, a couple plays, okay, Shedeur, you should have got out of there. You should not held the ball too long. Things of that nature. That happens in a game, trying to make a play. Because, Shedeur is a pass-first quarterback. He's not like a Lamar Jackson or a Michael Vick that's going to use his legs all the time. He's trying to create and pass first, and I understand that, and I can respect the game. I respect that. But at the same time, you got to know when to get out of there, too. And he has not been able to get out of there. As soon as he runs, they sack him. I've never seen anything like this, man. You guys leave it in the comment section. Tell me when the last time any of you as a Colorado Buff fan or just a fan of football, period, seen an offensive line play this terrible. Because I'm sure there's been teams, offensive lines that play bad like this. But I've never seen nothing like this in all my history of watching football, to see a guy get beat up like how Shedeur Sanders is getting beat up. It was frustrating tonight. If you're a Buff fan, this was frustrating tonight. I know that Coach Prime is not going to go anywhere. I know there's been a lot of speculation in the news talking about him possibly taking over the Texas A&M job. He did live in Texas, had a house in Texas and stuff like that, and his kids grew up in Texas. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, they probably would have a better offensive line in Texas, but sometimes you just can't run from your issues and your problem, man. He just got to get the talent there, man. If he doesn't get the talent on the offensive side, or if he don't get guys that can play defense, man, it's going to be the same thing next year, man, in 2024. So you guys leave it in the comment section on what you think Coach Prime needs to ultimately do to be able to get protection for Shedeur Sanders in the future and getting this defense a lot better so that they can stop somebody, because the defense can't stop anybody. All right, you guys, I'm out of here until next time.